Of course, I'm going to land at night. Who doesn't love landing at night in a ship that you can't see you're landing? This is going to be fun. If you're watching this right now, this is going to be kind of a long video. I'm going to take the new Syulien, the Gattac ship, out for a little bit of a test run, try a few things. Instead of breaking up into a bunch of smaller videos, I just decided to keep it as one relatively long video, but I do quite a few things. If you're a new player and you're looking to get into the game, this is being sold as a starter, and I wanted to really try it out as a starter. So really, I don't think it's a good starter, but maybe you might disagree. And it's free right now to fly, so why not take it out and try it? So I've done a few things here that you could do with a small ship, including some simple salvage and some combat and some delivery missions. I didn't do any cargo running. Cargo running is basically the same as delivery, and I'm kind of doing the second part of that right now as I'm taking some salvage and bringing it to sell. But overall, it's been kind of trying. I've been doing this. This is maybe about 2.5 hours, but I'm going to edit some of the stuff out. Maybe it's been 3 hours. I don't know how long I've been playing this, but I'll take a lot of the travel time out. But overall, this is going to be a fairly long video, but hopefully it will be informative. Good evening, citizens. It is nighttime now, and we are heading towards the spaceport on Microtech. This is the second part of my Alien Day video. I've got the Syulien rented, and I've put on my undersuit and a helmet. You can see I have quite a few med tools and multi-tools here. This is all from when I was trying to find the Vara mask. I'm going to leave those behind. I have one med pen. I have an undersuit and a helmet, and that's all I'm going to take with me to start out, because I want to kind of test this out from the point of view of a new player, if this really is a good starter ship. It is sold as, what was the term? Prestige starter? I think that's what CIG sold it as. So we're going to take it out. We're going to see what it's like. So we are at this, oh, we're at the commons. Why am I at the commons? Or no, that's going to the commons. We're good. We're at the spaceport. Signage confused me. We're going to go up. We're going to grab our ship. We're going to take it out. We're going to do a couple things. And the first thing I'm going to do is the first thing I say any new citizen should do, which is a delivery mission. We're going to take a delivery mission, and that will not only get us a little bit of supplies to add to what we have, so that's where I'll get my multi-tool from, but at the same time, we'll try calling the elevator again. There we go. It's a good way to learn how to fly. It's a good way to learn how to navigate. So as a new player, a delivery mission to start out. It's pretty easy. You make a little bit of money, but more importantly, you get to learn what you're doing. There has been issues with these elevators. You got to open by clicking twice. Hello, sir. So we're going to go to the terminals. We're going to take out our ship. The frame rate is really low on here, but if I'm being honest, I am streaming, or not streaming, but recording through OBS. I am in New Babbage when the expo is going on, and I am rendering a video that is coming out. So this is not doing the game any favors at all. We'll see if this gets better the further along the way I go. Someone's left a helmet there. You can always find equipment laying around in a lot of cases. So we have the Bounty Defender rented. We have the Syulien rented. Let's grab that. Request delivery. Retrieve. Hangar 4. Let's go grab it. What is this person doing? Are you going to catch something? Okay. Hangar 4. Let's go check out the ship. Hopefully, when I get into space, these frame rates will be better. If not, I'm going to try bed logging. And then I'm going to wait until at least the render's done before I try this again. So I might be putting a little bit of strain on everything. Here we are. So I think I was right. I think the showroom was giving it a very purple look. This is definitely more stone colored than I recall. Hatch is over here. Kind of hard to tell. I like if you'd able to like tell where the front of the ship is. We're gonna click on here. There we go. I noticed that in my video that I had recorded on the showroom floor, the ladders actually went into the floor. They didn't there, that was nice. At least that button was easier to push. It was harder to push before, but getting them to like kind of stick out when you mouse over and then click is not always easy. We're gonna just go right up to the top, to the cockpit side. Again, really impressed with the speed of this elevator. Before I get into my seat, I'm going to hit F1 to open my Moby Glass. We're going to do a couple things. First things first, we're going to go to Mercenary, Call to Arms. We're going to accept that. I always get to Call to Arms that way in case I end up fighting an NPC, I'm able to get some money off of that. And then we're going to go to Delivery. This one here. Make 3 grand. Pick up a package, emergency shelter on Microtech, bring it to the moon. Good enough. Let's accept that. And it hasn't shown up here yet. We're going to give it a bit, see if it shows up. It might just be a delay in the server. So now we're going to enter the pilot seat. Now I do apologize. I'm going to move my microphone away for a second. There we go. I do have a little bit of a cold, so I'm going to try my best to move my microphone away and mute it so that you don't hear me cough into it. If I mess that up, I do apologize. Also, you may hear me slurp a little bit of delicious Tetley orange pico and honey. Having a little bit of that, make myself feel better. We are in the ship now, in the pilot seat. Just double check. Accepted. No, it didn't work. So let's try delivery again. Accept offer. There we go. And that one we're being tracked. Good. So, right Alt R. Ship is powered up. What's this? Ooh. Quantum, door, landing gear. Hudult. Hold. What would that be? What would that be? Hail. Power. Radar, engine, weapon, shield, self-defense, which I guess is countermeasures. Lots of view. That's pretty good. Alright, we're going to go F4, and we're going to try to... There? Maybe? It is hard to... There. There? I don't know which way's front on this. Is this front? Let's assume that that's front, and we're going to try to go... Oh, okay. So, space is... Oh, I don't like this. Okay. Yeah. So, W is up. S is down. This is rotate, which makes sense. Space is towards me, and... Control is away because I'm not facing the same way as I think I am. But at least if I hit Alt N, this is going to be hard because the ship is there. So I guess I could aim it. Let's put our landing gear up and let's aim it this way. Ooh, this is weird. Okay. So now... There we go. Now it should at least... Yes, that's better. Ooh. Ooh. Yes? What if I put my landing gear back down? Not really. This is a tight fit. Alright, we're out. Landing gear back up. Alright, once we're out, that's not too bad. It's just getting out is definitely not easy. It's a very quiet engine. Pretty fast, pretty crappy frame rate, so we're going to get up into space. So I'm going to point it up into... straight up. How long will it take us using a boost to get up into space? Let's try it out. Very quiet. I don't know if I like that. I kind of like the rumble of like engines firing, and this is really quiet. Just kind of a hum. Now I did have my headphone volume down with the volume of the Expo, but even turning it up, it sounds more like an electric bike as opposed to like a two-stroke. You know, I kind of like the sound of an engine. So we're already up into space though. That's all right. Really purpley UI. What's the jump? Purple and red. At least it's not all red like the Vandal ship. We're gonna jump to Port Tressler just so that we can take a little jump, our first initial jump. I think if we were in a spaceport that you were leaving through the top as opposed to leaving through the side, the straight up would be okay. But well, this is going to be interesting to land. So we're going to go to the Shubin mining facility, and we're going to go get our package. While we fly, let's take a look at this ship. It does look cool, I will admit that. You're kind of out in the front, so that would explain why you have such a good view. It's very alien. I mean, the one thing going for it is that this ship is an alien ship. You want an alien ship to look like nothing else and to really be different. And this is different. I will concede to that, which is why I think a lot of people like it. I do like how it handles in flight. I mean, look at the speeds that I can move around. And this is while I'm flying much faster than what I should be doing according to the line here. So not bad at all. Does it slow down really quick? Oh, extremely quick. I can almost black out because of the speed I can brake. So that's pretty cool too. So if you were running from someone and you were like heading down to the surface and they're chasing you, following you down, you could brake and let them overtake you, or you could brake before hitting the ground and they might not be able to pull up in time. That is actually pretty handy. I'm sure it'd be really fun to like fly really near to the surface. You can see even there the G-forces were affecting me quite a bit. We're going to get right down to the surface. We're moving at about 255 meters a second, which is pretty quick. And I can turn my jump drive off. I just realized because I'm doing a delivery mission, it does give me a little symbol. There we are. So let's fly this right low to the ground. Not too low, since I don't want to smash it while I'm doing my first drive here. But over the top of the snowy hill. There we are. And we're going to bring it 3 kilometers. Wow, kind of a whiteout. Does the that doesn't really do anything. Alright, so how do I land this? How do you think I land this? What do you think? First landing gear down. We'll take a look at this. Okay. Do I... What do I do? Alright, I have a plan. I'm gonna point it straight at the front. Okay. I'm gonna go to where I need to be, which will be somewhere here in the snow. Now I'm gonna point it straight into the sky. Now I'm gonna hit F4 and alright. And now we're gonna try to figure out, what is it? It's S. S is down. Oh, that won't work. S. This is hard. This is not easy. And I'm hitting a light post because it's so snowy. And now I'm tilting this way. Oh. Did I land? I landed. Alright. I managed to land the ship in a snowstorm. First landing. That was hard. I didn't like that. If you are a new player just getting into the verse, this is not an easy ship to fly. or land. This is not going to be something you're going to be like, yes, I'm enjoying Star Citizen. Maybe you'll like the challenge. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I mean, I have friends who have kids who, can do things in games that I could never accomplish because they're just ingrained, able to do those things. So maybe they'll pick this up a lot quicker. But for me, whew, that was a lot of work. But look at, I got it landed right here. Not too bad. Oh, someone else did the same thing. Maybe they gave up. Maybe they're here. I'm not sure. Well, hopefully they're not here because my plan is to get a little bit of equipment while I'm here. So I'm going to go in first to here. Open this up. When you do a delivery, search the whole area while you're doing it. Nobody has looted this. That's good. So we're going to get, we want a multi-tool. We want some food. We got some kind of a glow stick was that? Luminalia glow stick. Haven't seen those, I don't think, before. That was it. Nothing in here except for that. What's over here? Alright, so we've got some multi-tool. We've got a red one, and we've got tractor beam. Exactly what I was hoping to get. The rest I'll just put into local inventory here. Perfect. We now have our multi-tool. Never need to buy a multi-tool when you can find them quite easily in all the gray boxes. We've got a couple more buildings. There's usually 4 buildings. There's one that is the Platinum Bay, and then you have the ones that have the rooms off to the side, which is this one here, which looks like this is where our package is. A little bit of a trip there. Nothing there to loot. There's a red box. Those usually have armor, maybe a helmet, some clothing sometimes. What do we have here? We have a chest piece. I'll just put it into local. I'm just looting all into local. Move all, whatever it's called. From local, I can go into the ship and get it. There's another red box. This will have more armor in it. In non-armistice zones, you can find a lot of good loot in red boxes that will include weapons. You will not find any weapons if the place has this symbol that you can see up in the corner here. Looks like a no bullets. That means this is an armistice zone. We're going to just click. So I just tapped R while I was pointing at that. You could hold down R and then choose to pick up, but tapping R does it. Same with these. I hold R and click cycle, but if I look at it and just tap R, that does the same thing. We're going to cycle the airlock. We're going to go back out to our ship. I'm going to place this inside the ship, and then we're going to continue looting. I closed my door because if your door is open, someone can walk in your ship and fly away. Or a lot of people like to just walk in your ship. I'm going to hit place. It says place and drop there, but I'm all blurry because my mask is wet, so it's kind of hard to see. But a lot of people just take your ship off about 10 feet in the ground and then jump out just to abandon you there because, got nothing better to do to make themselves feel better, I guess. Got a Mustang here. Lots of ships here. We're going to go check this location out, and then we're going to try to find the Platinum Bay, and then that will be it. Another gray box. Again, good for food. I've been looking for crews. There's the red crews here, the best crews. The cruises are the ones who will give you both hydration and protein, so they're better than just getting water. Even if you're thirsty, you'll get a lot of crews doing this, and you can just store them around different stations or planets that you're at, and that way you'll be able to drink them when you're thirsty or hungry. So we're going to loot all these boxes. The good thing about putting it in the local inventory is only local to you. So if you put things in the local, nobody else can grab that and take it out, and it's there until you come back and get it. Or in the case of the recent patch that happened just as this expo happened, all your items are moved from different local inventories to the main inventory of your starting location. The exception to that, the only thing you do lose every time, there's a rover, is you lose consumables. So ammo and food go away when those patches happen. I don't know where Platinum Bay is. There should be one here, shouldn't there? Oh, there it is. I found it. It's over here, right by this other Syulien. So Platinum Bay is where you can spawn Okay, Platinum Bay is where you can spawn ground vehicles as well as small vehicles like the C8X Pisces. Unfortunately, you can't spawn a an Aurora or a Mustang, so if you ever got trapped at one of these moon bases and you don't have a Pisces, you're kind of out of luck. We're going to open this up. I did rent a Nox. Maybe I can grab that. Ooh. So, if you see this here, you can carry this and transfer it to inventory. But if I hit I should be able just to grab this and stick it in inventory. So, whatever those legs were from. We're going to loot this box here. Got a ready up helmet, not really useful. Some clothes. And all these things you can sell for a pretty good profit. Some things, if you find like Pembroke helmets, they're worth a ton. They tend to be in the red boxes. These fruits here, this Dakari pod and this golden melon and the sunset berries, really useless, really worthless, not really worth trying to sell, but it's a lot easier just to loot everything in the local inventory. And you can see so far I'm using 1% of local inventory, not even. Let's try this out. Oh, there is a Pisces. So we have the Apoa Nox. Let's go grab that. Request delivery. Go back. There. So I'm going to check that out. There's a Pisces. Those are what you can spawn on the landing pads here. There's the Apoa Nox. We're going to check that out. We're going to do the quick drive on that. Might as well. And then we're going to take our package that we've put into our ship and we're going to deliver it to a moon. Alright, I've never driven one of these before. Enter pilot seat. Oh, it is very forward, very snowspeeder in its design. So again, Alt-R. We'll get this thing all ready to go. Now, you can control your height with control and space. You can be low to the ground, high to the ground. Vehicles, you can steer with your mouse like this. You cannot steer them with your like Q and A. They're just steered like this way. Wheeled vehicles are a little bit different. So I'm gonna zoom out a bit. This is fast. Holy smokes! Wow, that is fast. Okay, I can see why this is kind of fun. A little bit slidey. I mean, I'm not really one to spend a lot of time driving around on the hover vehicles, but that's fast. But I could jump if I hit this. Whoa! And, ooh. That was close to a crash, but I survived. I think you have to hit I. Yes, and I will like lower to the ground. It turns off the engines, and then I can hit Y to get out. Always turn off your engines before you get off. Now, if you wanted to, I don't feel like doing it. You can go request a landing and land on those, and go back in and store it. But I just wanted to try it out real quick, so I don't care that it's going to be there and need to be claimed. I'll probably never drive that again before my my next, or before the rental's up. Come back into here. I will say I'm happy that this airlock button seems to be working a lot better than it was when I was trying it out in the showroom floor. Also, you can see frame rate's a lot better, which is a good thing. Before I go up there, before I forget, I'm going to hit I, move all. Everything I looted was 14% of the inventory in the ship. So, able to loot that all. Going to go right up to the top. Get back into our ship. And now that we're outside and not in a hangar, this is going to be a lot easier to take off from, because all I need to do is go forwards, and I'm already going to be facing straight up, and I can fly into space. So we're going to let this kind of seat me in here. I'm going to hit I, turn my ship engines back on, and I've noticed that these tips are back on. I'm going to have to remove those later. That's a setting. You go to exit and options, you can figure that out, but I'll do that later. And just hit forwards, and we are taking off. That is definitely much easier. If you're in a hurry, it's a lot of work to get from the ground into your ship and get off. That is something that's kind of counting against this ship. But we're just going to fly up into the air, away from the POI that we were just at, And we're looking at our altitude right here. We're at about 6,000 right now. We need to get to, I think, 11 for microtech, about 10 or 11, in order to be able to fly or jump. So if I hit B right now, you can see everything is red. I'm at 8,500, 9,000, 10,000, 11. There we go. And now I'm able to jump. Some of those have turned from red to purple. I can hit F2 and drop off package. I thought I had to drop it off at Calliope. Let's double check that. Well, there you go. It's just popped up now. Where is it? There, this one. So all right, I'm just spinning around. That's not helping me. Let's do it this way. See, I could have sworn. All right, so I don't know why it's not showing me exactly where it's supposed to be. Both of those are showing up in a different way. So if I hit F2, go to my accepted contracts here. Oh, this was a different one. I thought I had to go to a moon. This is one on microtech, so that would actually make sense. Okay, I got to go back down to microtech. That's all right. I was confused. It's because when I accepted that contract, it didn't accept, and I accepted a second one thinking it was the same one, and that wasn't. So we got to another shelter. Unfortunately, I don't get to land on a moon. We're going to land on this planet again. And from there, we're going to deliver our package, and we're done. After that, I think I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try combat with this, and that I won't show you the whole entire combat. I'll just show you how you find a combat mission, and then maybe something really unusual. I think I'm going to try salvage with this. You can't really salvage with the Syulien ship as far as the hull goes, but you can absolutely salvage components from inside. And we do have a tractor beam now on our multi-tool, so I'm going to go find like a cutter, and we can take, if there's any cargo in there, we can take the cargo, and we can definitely take the components like the power and shield generator, and we'll salvage those and try to sell those. So that's what I'm going to do. First, we're going to drop off. We're going to head down to the surface here. We're going to try landing. We are about... It's really hard to see this text. It's really light purple. It looks like we're about 11.5 kilometers away. Making our way there. It does look clear. At least it's not as snowy at the moment. Of course, I say that. Watch it happen. When you're in flight, I like this ship. But when you're landing and taking off, I can't say I like it. I'd also have to say I'm not a big fan of the interior. It's cool, it's alien, it's got a lot going for it. But if you're comparing this to ships like the Titan and the Nomad, and I believe that's the ones that they were kind of comparing it to, they're just better. The Titan interior is better. The Nomad's interior is a lot better. The Titan's really good for what it does if you're doing more combat. But if you want to try something like cargo hauling, I believe this only has those 6 SU that I saw, which isn't great. Alright, we're going to try this again. We're going to fly straight to where we want to land, which is here. And now we're going to point to the sky. And it'd be good if there was like a landing camera on the MFD, because now I'm just... Oh, I hit the wrong... Yeah, I hit control. I don't want to hit control. I want to hit S. But I don't want to go too fast, because I don't know how high I am. Maybe now I can go... Okay. Oh, and I have to put my landing gear down. So many things to remember on this. This is a lot. And I've been playing this game for quite a while. I couldn't imagine being absolutely new and trying to figure out the flight. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully they make a few changes. Maybe even having... I mean, if the Syulien can like make all this hover tech, could they not make a auto land feature? We already have that for other ships. If you're on a landing pad, why can't they have it for get within, 15 meters of the ground and land the ship. Okay, open. Open. There we go. That was a little bit hard. So before I just tapped F and I picked this up, but if I hold F, I can click carry. Does the exact same thing. I'm not going to lock or close my ship here because there's no one around, and by the time someone lands, I'm going to be done and out of here. The aid shelters is just one little room. Hold F, click open, hold F, click cycle, wait, wait. Click cycle again because I must have missed it. There we go. Alright, so this one you're just putting it on a shelf. Sometimes you're putting it into a box. We don't have one of them here. But this one we're just going to put on the shelf. So we're going to click here, click place. Done. While that waits, I'm going to get some more loot. Contract complete. $3,000. What kind of loot am I finding? Purple. Well, that's nice. It's very, very good. Matches the expo. I look on this bed. I was really hoping sometimes on this bed right here you can find a pico ball, kind of like Wilson from Castaway. It's just like a volleyball turned into a pico. If you know what a pico is, you can look that up. It is very much tied to the planet of Microtech. But that's it. Only those loot crates. We're done. We're going to head back out. And I'm going to get back into my ship. I'm going to transfer this cargo, or this loot that I just found, into the local inventory, and then I'm going to fly. Ooh, Can I get up there? Yes, okay, good. I didn't even realize how high I was off the ground there. That could be a potential issue as well. I'm going to try to get to a space station. I think I'm going to go to Port Tressler, which is the station over New Babbage, over Microtech. Once there, I'm going to try to land in the space station and set my spawn there. Let's see if I can land at Port Tressler. Now, am I going to get a hangar with a top load, or am I going to get a hangar with a side load? Just in case it's top load. Ooh, that looks really cool. All right, we're going to point the camera right there. Once we get close, I'm going to request a landing. Put my landing gear down just in case I forget. Alright, so this looks like it might be top load. Is that the case? Ooh, I'm going way too fast. Way too fast. Oh no, this is definitely a hangar. Okay, so we're gonna slow down. We're still going 120 meters a second. Still quite fast, but this will be a challenge. We're going to come into the hangar this way. We're going to try to squeeze through, keep their speed relatively slow. But we're going to change our camera to be this way. There we go. Alright. Ooh, we can make it. This is alright. This is alright. Not bad. Okay. Now we need to go up, and remember I'm going to hit S when I'm pointed straight up because we're going to land. So, S. S? Yes. S. Landing complete. Getting better. Still sucks. Alright, so I'm just going to go set my spawn. I don't know if I showed you how to do that yet, so I'm going to maybe add that to the video here. You can see how to set your spawn at a location and why you want to set your spawn to a location. I do think I talked about that, where starting in a station means that you can get to your ship a lot quicker. It's a lot easier to take off. There's no atmosphere. I'm going to move all the stuff I found into the station local inventory, so there, no matter what happens at this station, when I'm outside the ship now, you can see I don't have ship inventory anymore, but I have all the things that I need. Every once in a while, if I'm doing something like before, actually maybe I'll just do it now, I'll put a couple drinks in here. I have a lot of sustenance, so if I go to filters, sustenance here, we'll put in a couple crews, red crews, the best crews. There we go. Now we're good. I'm going to close my door again. Yep, that worked. Okay, let's go set our spawn. So in the station, just find a clinic. This is the clinic here. Look for the people. Maybe I already did this. Did I already do this? Let's find out. No, I did. So I'm going to transfer, confirm. So now instead of being at the hospital down on the planet, if I die and respawn, I'm going to respawn up here on top of, or in the station high above the planet. I didn't bother storing my ship. It is still here on Hangar 1. We can go right back to it, get into it, and we're going to fly off. So once I get to Hangar 1, I'm going to show you how to find some combat. This is why I put liquids in there. I'm already at 83, 82% of my hydration levels. If you want a more detailed thing, hold F, double click both buttons. That gives you, I have all my my proteins, we're doing good, no injuries. My oxygen's good, everything else except for thirst. So go to the airlock here. We're going to get in. Wonder how these would feel. Do you think they'd have any bounce to them at all? I kind of hope so. I kind of hope they're like springy. We're going to hit F1. We're going to go Bounty Hunter, Tracker Training Permit. It's going to cost us 500. It's a very low risk target. Let's try that out. I'm going to say yes to that. It's already being tracked. Where is this guy? How far do I have to go? I mean, I could just look here. It's going to tell me it's 38 million kilometers away. That is far. So if I go to Skyline, I could have just hit F2. Where is he? He's around Hurston. That's alright. We're going to go to Hurston then. So let's go all the way up to our cockpit. And then I'm going to try my best not to crash the ship as I take off. And we're going to take a long flight to Hurston. Let's see what the range of this ship is like. Is this range good? So hit I to turn my engines back on. Alt N to request a takeoff. Not space. Not space. W. Okay. And now we're upside down a bit, but that's okay. There we go. Kind of bounced off things a bit. There we go. We're okay. We're okay. Not so bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Let's see. If I set a route to Hurston, will it set it? It will. And I need to jump around this planet, which means I need to... What was that? Did I hit something? Maybe somebody else did. I definitely heard an explosion. Alright, we're going to aim at oral marker 1. Oh, I forgot to look. Alright, I'll do it as soon as I jump. Once it's spooled up. This is all stock. I haven't upgraded anything. Oh, 225 out of almost 3,000 fuel. That's a pretty good range. We got a lot of range on this. We're not going to use much at all. What is that? Oh, I was not expecting to have a Mustang right beside me. You know what? I'm going to jump away from him. Oh, he gone as well. Okay. We were both at the same jump point. I don't know why. This is going to take a while. This game is big. Even on this small system, it's going to take a bit. So I'll jump ahead to when I have found this person. If we look at our accepted contracts, it says, where does it say? Oh, doesn't tell me. Just tells me that he's here. Okay, we'll find him. Getting close to our destination here. I just kind of want to see what the cooldown of this is. It wasn't fast, but it wasn't horrible. And because of the range, I think that's pretty awesome. I didn't bother trying to get out of the seats because I didn't want to potentially have an issue where the ship ejects me into space and keeps going, which has happened to some people with some of the ships. But it'd be interesting to see because of the orientation of your flight compared to the ship. You'd have stars streaming, I guess, straight down as opposed to across. That'd be kind of cool. When this game is running a bit smoother, walking around your ship and having things to do does make long travel like this even better, which is a bonus to this ship. I will point out, I mean, my render is at 89%, and I am still using OBS, but the frame rates and the smoothness of this game definitely has improved once I got away from New Babbage. We'll see when I get close to Hurston here if it maybe starts to get bad again. Now, I don't know where this person is. Oh, the cooldown's really quick on this. I mean, that was a long jump, and the cooldown is done. That's pretty good. He is how far away? 2,000, and this is 2,000. So he's right by Orinth, which is good. So I can just jump to Orinth. And then once I finish jumping, you got to remember to hit B again to turn your jump drive off. Otherwise, you don't have access to your weaponry. If you hit V, that puts you in scan mode. Again, you don't have access to your weaponry there. You want to make sure you're in the mode where you're able to fight. And this isn't even master modes. Master modes is going to change things and change how your ship operates in the different settings. But if you look here, we've hardly used any Quantanium fuel for that jump, which is really impressive. So this is good. I'm not going to have to go too far to get to this guy. Maybe about 100 kilometers. Not too bad at all. And we'll see. I didn't even really look to see what we have here as far as armament. So, jump drive off. How far away is our target? Oh, 37 kilometers. Okay, we have 3 Panthers. No secondary guns. And, ooh, like 12 missiles? So I can afford to fire 3 at once. Okay. So we're going to fly forwards. And once our target gets into scanning range, I'm going to target him, and then he'll show up in this targeting screen down here. I'm going to keep my shields like this here. Actually, I might change that to that one, showing me my shield status. Actually, I don't know. Self status is good, because self status shows you where you're taking hits if you're taking hits. Okay, I've aimed differently. Alright, let's just boost a bit to get up there. We're going to get close to this guy. 25, 24 kilometers away. Once we're at about 9 or 10, usually the ship shows up and we can start targeting. We'll see how well we do against a very low risk target with someone who, I'll admit, myself, not a combat pilot. I don't tend to fight at all, so I will think that how I perform here might be as good, if not worse, than a lot of first-time pilots flying the ship. And then my whole idea was kind of showing you what the playstyle of this ship would be if you were just starting out. Now, there he is. I did a little ping there. You can hold V and let go, and that gives you a bit of a space, but... So that's not the person I want. He's the one I want. So how close do I have to be for missiles? Starting to lock there. There's locked. If I fire 3 missiles, what happens? Will I kill him? Definitely did some damage. Let's test the guns out. Now he does have another ship with him that's going to make it a bit harder, so... If you need countermeasures, those are H. Not close enough to shoot yet. There you go. Countermeasures away. And this is hard in nighttime. I'm not a fan of that at all. Okay. Got him. Objective complete. Oh, and I hit the other ship. Well, the good news is it fought well. The bad news is I pilot horribly. And I think that was evident in what you just saw there. I thought, oh, now that I got him, I can go after the other ship. And he flew right into me. But, I mean, I'd like to say I did this on purpose to show you what happens when you die. I set my spawn in the space station. So now, here I am. The good news is that I had that multi-tool that I found for free, and just one of the undersuits and helmets I had. But if I hit I here, you'll notice white undersuit, white helmet. You get those for free. This is the clinic inventory, not the station inventory. Also, I put my my gown there. I didn't just drop it on the floor like whoever this is, whoever this was. Put it in inventory. Don't just drop it on the ground, because it's the clinic inventory. It's not the station inventory. It's not till I leave the station and run out here that I now have station inventory. And that's when you can do things like grab some drinks. I do have more multi-tools, so I wasn't too worried about losing a multi-tool. Oh, I'll choose this colored one again. I'll put another tractor beam on there. And we're back. I have a med pin. That's it. Pretty good. I mean, not great. That was a bad flight. But hey, I got my bounty. I got paid. Now if I had another bounty... bounty here. Now I have the option to try other bounties, make a little bit more money. Maybe don't fly into another ship. We're going to see the claim time on this. The Syulien claim time, 3 minutes. If I pay 2,000, it's only 1 minute and 2 seconds. I'm just going to take the 3 minutes. I'm going to go enjoy the view. Going to go make some more tea. And when I come back, we're going to do one more thing, which is I'm going to try salvaging a cutter. If I go here, cutter, where's this cutter? HURL1. Where is HURL1? Is that far? Let's find out. Oh, it's the one by Hurston, right? It's on this side. You know what? We're going to go back to Hurston. I'm not going to go get my body. It's there. I don't really care about it. So if you have your body marker there and you want to get rid of it, double click while holding F, like click your both right and left. Go to personal, I think it was. Oh, that's not it. How do you do it again? There is a way to remove actions. Player. Dismiss corpse marker. There you go. There it is. It's gone. I don't have to worry about it again. Really, it was an undersuit and a helmet. I didn't feel the need to try to go and get it. I had like 3 crews. Oh, they were red crews. Oh, I lost red crews. That's it. I didn't lose much. I didn't need to go find my ship. If you had stuff you were trying to recover, then go to your body marker. But that's it. I'm going to try to salvage a cutter. Now, the good thing about those salvage missions is if I say yes, I want to try this one, I'm going to pay 1,000 to go do that. It's going to be up there for a long time. It's not one of the personal ones, so I have as much time as I want really to go and find this cutter and try to salvage. If someone comes across it before me, they could salvage it, but the chances of them finding it without this marker is pretty slim. So that'll be the last thing I do with the ship. I'm going to go salvage this cutter. I'm going to go salvage its components, see if it's got any cargo, and then we're going to go land at Lorville, and we're going to end it there. We've done deliveries. We've done sort of combat. I mean, successful. It was successful. We got our bounty. Now we're going to do some salvage, and this is not something that a lot of people would think of when using a ship like this. I almost said a starter, but I just don't think this is a starter ship. I'm going to kind of give my main review, my ideas why, when we get to the end of this, when we do a little bit of salvage, when we've landed in Lorville and sold our goods. This will be a pretty long video, but I think it's a good one. I think it really gives you a good idea of the different things you can do with the ship, and I think in some respects it's a good ship. It's just not what I would consider a salvage, or not a starter ship. Reading salvage, so I say salvage. Now I did find something out when I looked at the ship. If we look at the ship itself, and it's got these words on that top beam, you can see those words there. So if we look at that, to the left, that is where the entrance is. So it's easy to find the entrance if you're trying to find it. And I'm going to try to find it when I get near my salvage ship here, so that I can kind of aim the entrance towards the cutter. And that'll make it a bit easier to do what I plan to do. There have been a few changes with salvage that I've found out that are going to make salvaging a bit harder. And that is that the multi-tools can affect vehicles now. So I can't just easily pull items out of the ship by kind of shoving or aiming my multi-tool inside and pulling them out, because if I accidentally hit the ship instead of the item I'm aiming at, it'll start the ship moving or spinning. So you really have to be careful when you're salvaging components out of a ship or cargo out of a ship that you don't accidentally tractor the ship. It's going to be something to get used to. I guess I could go a little bit faster when I get closer. This ship does slow down pretty quick. I am 30 kilometers out. So once I salvage the components, I'll show you what I mean. I'll actually move the ship around with a salvage beam to show you what it does. 16 kilometers. Now you notice I'm not pointed right at the ship. I'm kind of pointed to the side. That is very important if you're new to this game. Don't point at your target, because especially if you're mining with a prospector, don't point at the asteroid or you will slam into that asteroid when you don't slow down fast enough. So I'm going to hold down shift. That's going to slow me down a lot quicker. A little bit of a red out there, but we're okay. Kind of just a little bit of blurred vision. We're going to go all the way down. So our main speed, we most will down, and then up just a little bit so we can have a lot slower speed while I kind of aim. Now you can point at it. I'm only moving 13 meters a second, so I'm able to kind of aim at my target and not really worry about hitting it. Once we get closer, I'm going to find the back of the cutter, which looks like it's here. Is this the backside? Let me look. Backside, right here. I'm going to go around to the back of this. Now this is a big ship, so I don't want to get too close and smack into it without really paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'm going to adjust my camera a bit so I can see what I'm doing. And the ladder, like I said, is right there. So we want to kind of aim our ladder at the back of the ship when we get there. So this will make it easier. There we go. So I believe that is ladder side, yes. I've already, yes, right there, okay. And yeah, that should be good. So double check that I like my angle. We can probably move a bit closer. There we go. And hold wide to get out of our seat. What we're going to do is we could salvage the guns, but I don't think they'll fit in this ship. So I'm not going to try salvaging guns. We could salvage the gimbals as well on the guns, but again, this little vestibule here isn't big. So we're going to just focus on if there's cargo, and we're going to focus on the components. So still not really happy with that button. Now, I did make sure I had my helmet on, but if you're in a city or you've taken your helmet off to drink, always make sure you have your helmet on before you jump out of the ship so that you don't suffocate. And if you don't have an undersuit, you're not even able to get back into the ship. So we're going to go to the ramp controls here. I could have scanned it to see if there was cargo, but it doesn't matter since I'm going to try this anyways. Ooh, that was close. Is there cargo? Let's see. There is. So we've got some cargo. So I'm going to hold down 1. I'm going to choose our multi-tool here. And we've got some quartz. Not worth much, but we're going to grab that anyways. And I don't know if I needed landing gear down in order to attach this, but we're going to try. We don't. So we got our cargo in there. We got 1 SU there. This, I'm assuming, only takes 1 SU boxes. It won't take the medical supplies. It won't take the larger boxes. So another reason to go for cutters, because they tend to have small sized cargo. We can snap this one here. We got, looks like 4 boxes, so we got lots of space to put cargo on the ship from the cutter, but you won't be able to really bring a lot of cargo here. So if you find, you know, drugs, that'd be good. Now this is upside down. Corundium. Let's get that. Snap that to a cargo grid. Really hard to tell what I'm looking at on this ship. Makes it difficult to put the cargo where it needs to go. There it is. I can put some here. Oh, that didn't work. Come on, get in. There we go. And last one, where's the cutter? There it is. Iron. Again, not a lot of value in what we're finding, but that's not the point. The point is just to at least make some money. I did pay 1,000 for this, so as long as I make a couple grand, I'm going to be making profit. I'm certainly going to make that much because I'm going to get the components, and those where the real money is. So if you want to get the guns, you can grab the guns off the front. I'll show you. Just grab 1 gun here. Grab that off. We can put that in. And then we have gimbals. So the gimbals are right here. Oh, and that's why I got to be careful, because I've just grabbed the ship and now it's moving. So I'm going to try to hold it steady. Nope, and now it's spinning. This is the issue. This is why it's really hard to do salvage now, is because I'm... There we go. So where's my ship? Uh-oh. There it is. This is why it's really hard to do salvage now, because the ships can move around so easily. So the gimbal that I grabbed, that's the repeater. The gimbal, I don't know where it is. The little puck, there it is. You can sell these. They're worth something. I'm going to throw this into my ship because it is worth something, and it's not too big. So I should be able to get this in there without causing too much damage. There we go. It's in there. We're going to go into the ship and get the components that we want. So there is 4 components currently I think you can salvage from these. So we're going to go in here. Once you get in the ship, there is gravity. If you look at here, it highlights on here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the ones we get. So I'm going to hold 1, and I'm going to go holster just now because it makes it easier. Hit these yellow buttons. Then we're going to take our components out. We got 1. 2. Come on, there we go. As long as it's not moving, when you turn off your tractor beam, it doesn't drift around, which is kind of handy. This is our cooler. I'm going to put it out here. And then we got our Foxfire. What's that? Is that power? Can't remember. From in the ship, we can't really move the ship around. Can't affect it, which is handy. Oh, I guess we did. Because we've moved. Okay. So I guess we can move the ship while we're inside it. Uh-oh. So where's my components? What did I do? Where's my components, everybody? Did I lose them? I've lost them. Hello? Hello? Bueller? Well, this seems to be... That's not it. This seems to be a failure. Let's get close to the ship. Let's see if we can stop this from moving. This has not been... I can't blame the... I can't blame the new mechanics on the Syulien ship. This is definitely an issue that came from me just not being able to do something correctly, but hopefully I can find those components. They might be out here somewhere. I take a quick search around. I should have focused on components first, goofing off second, but I don't see them. They're not showing up. I might have knocked them away. Because I don't think it's that. That's just a... There's the gun. I guess we could try the gun now. That's the only thing we have left. We'll try to sell the gun. Will it fit in here? If you need to kind of adjust it, hold R, rotate it around. Where is those components? Where are they, everybody? Where'd they go? Ooh! I got one. I found them. Good. Good, 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 good. Let's get those in there. There you go. One. Where was it? Where was it? Two. So we're only missing one component. I don't know where it happened to it, but... Oh no, I guess two. They're over here. Did we see any more? Oh, there they are. Where did it show up? I just gotta move in that direction? Are they so... Oh, it's just that they're so... They don't... The draw distance. Oh, that's rough. Well, I feel good that I found them. It's all draw distance. I couldn't find them because they were missing. Oh, that's a cutter. There we go. Okay, I've got my components. That's good to see. We'll get them in here. Let's see if once I throw them all in here, if I can actually get to the elevator. So we're gonna put away. Now, is there a button for EVA? Or do I just have to aim? Looks like I just have to aim and go in. Nope. Nope. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Maybe I gotta be faster. Phew. Alright. We've got another issue. What if I'm by the airlock? Can I click? What if I close the door and then ask to enter through EVA? Will that allow me? Maybe not. Alright. We're just going to try to get up these stairs. Oh, I'm in. I'm on. I'm down. There we go. And we're in. Alright, so not a lot of room here. And that gun is in the wrong spot. Let's just bring it in a bit. Let's close this door. I don't want unarmed combat, thank you. Alright. Now a lot of this is on the elevator. What's going to happen when I use the elevator to get up with all the stuff on it? Some of it gets left behind. Hopefully it's still considered to be part of the ship. Alright, that was... That was salvage. Definitely, if you have a ship like the cutter, salvage is pretty awesome because you're just going right in from one cargo hold to another. It was a lot easier before ships got affected by the salvage beam. I'm not really, or the tractor beam, I should say, not really happy about that. That is going to make this a lot harder. Hopefully, they're not going to be as effective. Maybe the multi-tool might not affect ships. I think that would be the way to go. But let's go to Hurston. Now, one thing, I could salvage this ship, but I don't have a salvage ability, so I could abandon this. If you can manage to salvage half of the ship, that actually counts towards a salvage when you're trying to get higher salvage tiers. So you could do something like target the ship and then shoot it. And you can see that took half your salvage. So that might be considered a successful salvage. And if that's the case, then you do that a few times after you salvage all the components you want. You're going to be able to take the higher tier salvage. That is something that I haven't tested yet. I think I'm going to test that. But right now, I could untrack it, but I'm just going to abandon it. It is no longer my salvage. I don't really care about it anymore. We're going to go to Lorville. I'm going to land. Unless my landing is entertaining, we'll use that word. I'm not going to bother showing the landing. I'm just going to get all the way to the central business district where I'm going to try to sell the goods that I have here. My first landing of this ship in a hangar that you're landing straight down in. So I'm going to try out the idea I had of aiming the camera right at the front of it. We're going to go fly over our hangar door here. I mean, I did land straight down at the point of interest when I was doing deliveries, but this is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to have to point straight up at the sky. Once you're straight in the sky, you want to make sure you're absolutely straight up and down, and I'm going to make sure that my aiming reticle from my my mouse is 100% not moving. It's centered, and now I can use my space bar and I can use these. Don't hit W or S because that is down and up, but now I can hit S and we can try to lower down. That's not bad. I mean, that's relatively easy to land in. Alright. I mean, I've had worse. Now I can just hit S slowly. I don't want to go too fast. And we're going to land our ship. Oh. We're going to do that. We're going to put a landing gear down. Perfect. And that's it. We've managed to land our ship into an hangar. So I will say the hangars that you can open from the top as opposed to the front, definitely easier to land the ship in. Unfortunately, unless you're at Lorville, it's no guarantee that you're going to get those. So we're going to go back to the bottom. Let's see if our components made the trip. They seem to all be here, which is good. We're going to leave those bouncing around in our interior as we exit our ship. As we try to exit our ship. As we exit our ship, there we go. And we're going to close our door again. Once we store our ship, we're not taking these out. We're not carrying them anywhere. We're just going to store our ship and we're going to get on the train. We're going to go to the central business district, and from there, we're going to sell our goods. So I'm going to show you how to get to that at this location. If you're at Area 18, the place you want to sell components and goods are both very near to the hubs. So if you just log out and log back in, that's kind of a way to fast travel over to where you need to get to. You're looking for Dumpers Depot, which is near the hubs, kind of behind the hospital, and you're looking for the TDD, which is the Trade Development District, and that's where you're going to sell the cargo that you have. I don't know if I can sell everything I found here at any of the locations I'm going to, because the medical supplies, I don't know where those normally are sold. Those aren't something I usually buy. But we're going to go store our ship real quick. Once it's stored, we don't have to really worry about it. We're going to store here. Done. Now, if you're going to the Habs, or if you're going to go to like Tammany and Sons, or the bar, or do some other shopping, you're going to be taking the train that is up here to the right. The easy way to find your way around here is you look for this image here. As soon as you see that, you know you're at that intersection. So this is heading to the Metro Center, which is where the residences are. But we want to go the green line here, which is the commerce line. And this is going to take us to the Trade Development District. Well, that was unexpected. I have never seen a terrapin landed in here before. That is interesting. I wonder how they got it in there without it getting impounded. Okay, well, terrapin. Hello, whoever managed to do that. Congratulations, you've done something I've never seen. We're going to head into this building now. We can go two different directions. We can go sell our weapons and components. I don't know if we can sell components here, but we can definitely sell the gun that we had here, and we can sell the cargo. Two different directions. We're going to try the cargo first, which is on this side, so we're going to go to the left. And up here, and around here, down these stairs, through these double doors, and then we have all these kiosks. This is where we can sell the cargo, and this is where you can actually buy cargo if you want to buy cargo as well. So, ooh, hello, sir. So we're going to click here, choose our ship. The quartz we can sell for almost 400. Not a lot, but you know, we only paid 1,000 for this this job, so another 400. We're almost to the point where we've broken even. Medical supplies, 1.8 thousand. So we've now made some money. We've made a little bit of profit here. Can't sell iron here, so I don't know how much the iron would be worth. We're gonna go sell. I think I have one gimbal and one gun that I managed to shove in there, so we can do that. Both these stairs move the same or lead to the same direction, so I took the less crowded one. We're gonna run across to the Hurston Dynamics showcase up there, and that's where we'll try to sell the weapons, and I think maybe the components. We'll find out. If not there, I'll try to find a component shop that I can sell in. So the kiosk for this location is right up here. Let's see, can we sell the components? Only the repeater. So either I don't have the gimbal in there anymore, it popped out, or for some reason they don't buy the gimbal. That's alright. So I have to go find a place that will buy the components. So I'm going to head to the residence area, the L19 area, and from there we're going to see if we can find a place that sells the components, or buys the components I should say, and if we can make a little profit on them. I should have went to Area 18 first. There is no place to sell components in Lorville. It's nighttime here. I think this is where I'm heading. This is a hard place to land at, but I believe this is a spaceport up ahead. Using the pings helps me kind of see the topography, and that is a flat area. It looks like the rain shape. If it was daytime, it'd be a lot easier. It'd be this big red and white surface area. But now that I can see these lights in a line here, I do believe I'm at the right place. I'm going to come in for landing here, and I'm going to show you where to sell. We'll sell our components, we still have them, and we'll see if they buy iron. Really, I should have come to a place like this first, since I know that they sell components. If you're doing salvage, no need to go to Lorville. Lorville will not buy your components, only the salvage material. That's what I've usually sold there at Lorville. So here I am trying to find a good place to land, so we're going to request landing. And once again, at least usually you get assigned hangars that you land straight down in, but now it looks like I'm going to be trying again to land through the side. I'm going to slow down a bit. This might be a bit harder again. And this kind of leads to my final review. Do I think this is a cool ship? Yeah? Well, no. like kind of, but not, but also yes. I mean, what a great review that was. I wonder if CIG will put that in their advertising. Quote, yeah, well, sort of, yeah, no, kind of. I like the weirdness of it. I like the alienness of it. Overall, I think the verse needs more ships like this. They need more kind of crazy ships that aren't normal. However, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good ship, because I find it really hard to use. It's got a lot going for it in its weirdness and its design. If you want something that just stands out and will be cool at ship shows and is fun to fly once you're flying it, this might be the ship for you. If you're looking at something that will be easy to learn at and you'll be able to do a lot with, I don't think that's this ship. Currently, maybe it'll change. There are other ships out there. The fact that they compare this to like the Titan and the Nomad, I think both of those ships are better value as far as what you can get out of them. But as far as coolness, this is a cool ship. But it's still not livable. It does have that interior space, but I don't find that space livable at all. It's not a ship that does it for me. It doesn't, give me the fizz. It's just, it's cool to look at. I would love to see one flying around. I would love to see one in combat with someone not me at the helm. But I'm not going to be getting one. Even when they're sold in game, I can't see myself anytime soon thinking I'm going to spend the money I have on getting one of those. I really should try it in racing. Maybe it's good at racing. I don't need to make this any longer, so I'm not going to try racing, but there is the race course outside of Lorville, which I just left. Maybe it'd be cool in that, but it's so big, and I think that's one of the things that's kind of going against it as far as a starter ship or a ship in general, is it's so big. And it's big in a way that isn't fun or useful. I mean, a Carrack is big, a Caterpillar is big, a C2 is big, but all of them are useful. The MSR is big, even with the wasted space of the kind of hallways that are underneath the MSR. It's still not big and being wasteful like I feel this Syulien is. So it's just not for me. Maybe it's for you. Let me know in the comments below if you got one or if you tried one out and you think this is awesome. If you think I've got it wrong and this is a terrific starter ship. But it's got a lot of issues that need to be worked out. The biggest one being the ease of takeoff and landing. There's got to be a better control. Even if you just change how the default camera when you're in third person works, so that it's set up to work, or the controls during takeoff when your landing gear is down operate differently than when they're up. Maybe when the landing gear is down, the controls would operate how the vehicle is from the side. I don't know. There's got to be a way to fix it, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to take the train here. I'm going to go to the residences. I might as well just, this video is already well over like a couple hours, I think, so why not make it longer? I've now made a feature film that you can come along with. We're going to go sell our last goods, and that's where we're going to call it. We're going to go make our last little profit on salvage, seeing if it's really worth it to even salvage with the ship. It was hard. It doesn't have enough space inside to really put enough stuff in. If you're going to get a starter ship right now, maybe during the expo there's going to be the new version of the cutter. That would be the ship that I think might be an awesome starter. If not, the actual cutter itself is a pretty cool one. The Mustang is a good one, and it's on sale right now with a good amount of insurance. And I did just record a video on CCUs and how they work, that if you want to upgrade to something else, maybe this ship might be part of a CCU chain to get to something you want. But I don't think this is the end result. I don't think this is the ship that most people are going to be getting, at least not for their first ship. There are going to be definitely people that are going to buy the ship, going to love the ship, going to fly the ship, and going to say that they really enjoy the ship. Those people are not me. So we're coming in for a landing. I'll show you where to go to sell both things. The iron that we still have, we might be able to sell the iron here. I'll show you where the residences are, where you'll start normally. So normally, when you start at OrcCorp at one of the residences, they are just up these stairs here by this giant glowy ball. So if you go through this passageway right here, and you're in this building, that is the residence. You come out. Right here is a trade development district. That's where you can sell your iron. So we're going to go try that first. If you have things like Hadanite and Dolovine, you can sell them in this area here in the IO North Tower. That is like the admin of this area. Quite a beautiful trade area here. You can see that commerce is a big thing for this city planet. We'll go here. We'll choose our Gadak ship. Iron will sell here. 400. Not great profit. Again, I do hear that they nerfed the salvage from the risky salvage, which I think is good too. There was no reason for people to be making millions and millions on salvage each job for a $30,000 cost. I think it's going to get back to where if you want to make money in salvage, you're going to have to salvage the ship, the components, the weapons, things like that. So down here, down this passageway, that is where the residences are, but we're going to go through here. There's also a place here where you can buy ships, so if you would like to buy a new spaceship in-game. One of the places is at Lorville, at New Deal, and the other one is up these stairs over here at Astro Armada. That is a place you can buy ships. But we're going down here to Dumpers Depot and get a holographic hot dog there. Dumpers Depot will buy the components we have, so we're going to see if we can sell those components, what kind of money we can make. Do not go to this kiosk here. You want to go to this one here. That one is for buying commodities, but we're going to go sell. We're going to choose our Syulien. And there we go. We can sell these things. Almost 1,000 for that component. The Blast Chill is almost 2,000. The Foxfire and the Light Blossom, this is 2.6 and 1.3. So we actually made quite a bit just from these components. Pretty easy to sell. We're doing all right. We started earlier with about 300,000. We got about 310,000 now. So we did okay, making some money with the ship. Not great, but I mean, it's a ship I've never flown before, so it was pretty good in order to try to find a way to get the ship. Now, if I wanted to get back to the expo, what I could do is I could go to the hospital and I could reset my spawn to the location that I start at, which is my home city. Then I could take all the gear I'm wearing, put it into local inventory here, and hold backspace. I would die and I'd wake up spawned at the hospital. That is a way to kind of fast travel right now. A little bit cheesy. I don't tend to bother. I tend to try to just to get there. We get to buy some clothing, we can buy some armor, and this is the residences. This is the place where you start out. So when you start out, come out of your residences, take a right turn, come through this hallway which I just told you about. This is the hallway that leads to the trains and the trade district. Trade district straight ahead, trains down that way. And that's it. I think I'm going to call this here. This has been a long evening trying this out, and like I said, I'm getting a bit sick, my throat hurts, I've drank a lot of tea, time for a break. I'm going to call it quits. Goodbye everyone. Hopefully you made it to the end, and hopefully you have your own opinions about this ship. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this ship? Do you think you'd get one, or do you think that it's not the ship for you? Goodbye everybody. I hope to see you soon in the verse.